Hi dear friends, so welcome back to Alpha Physio Pelvic Care, all things pelvic health. My name is Anastasia Varva if you are watching this video for the first time, and I'm pelvic floor physiotherapist practicing here in sunny but quite cold Cyprus now since it's winter season as you can see, and sharing all things pelvic health. And today I will share with you, I think, the most requested topic that I get on social media and also from my clients. If you can hear from my voice, it's a cold season now. So people are getting cold, people are getting snots, people sneeze, and also the pelvic floor issues, especially the leaks, are surfacing up, even for the people who never actually had any problems with the leaks. So today, in this video, I will talk about 4 major reasons why you might actually leak urine, or even you might leak gas and air, or sometimes if you have a really serious problems with incontinence, leak even feces on cough and sneeze, and why this is happening. And then I will film another video, not to make it too long. What exercises can you do specifically to help yourself with this issue, especially during cough season? Before we start, as per tradition, if you enjoyed this video, if you find this helpful, if you're watching my videos on my channel, it helps me a lot if you just press that like button and subscribe not to miss any other videos, especially the important video, the part 2 for this one. And let's begin. Number 1 reason why do we cough and sneeze and leak urine is very, very simple. Our pelvic floor muscles are weak. Most of the time, people will not notice it until they start to get this kind of stress of constant intra-abdominal pressure around their pelvic floor. What do I mean by that? Every time you draw in the air, in order to be ready to cough, your diaphragm fast flattens and then it fast comes up when you need to cough. But together with that, also your intra-abdominal pressure raises because your abdominal muscles needs to help to remove that irritants from your lungs, let's say, and to create the cough. When you create intra-abdominal pressure that is higher than you got used to, when you don't have cough, when you're just functioning, your pelvic floor might not be ready for that pressure that is going down during cough. Especially this pressure comes on very fast and very strong. So it's not even like a deep breath in. It's really strong breath out, and you do need involvement of abdominal muscles. If pelvic floor muscles have not been trained in general or ever, or they're weaker, you might not have noticed it if you have never challenged your pelvic floor muscles either by any running or jumping or any other challenging sports. But then comes the cough, and cough is the constant change of intra-abdominal pressure that comes on very fast and wild, plus abdominal muscle involvement. What we're going to do about it? Of course, we will start to prepare our pelvic floor muscles in advance, or even better, just to create a habit of 10-15 minute pelvic floor exercises every day. And for that particular task, I have a special video which is called Your Pelvic Floor Daily Routine Sorted. You can check it out and do it every day, and I promise 2-3 weeks and you will see less leaks during the Number 2 is actually weaker abdominal muscles. Your pelvic floor might not be that weak, but it can be that the way you generally breathe and the way you generally use your muscles is not an optimal way. Now, all this in theory. How does it look in practice? I'm gonna come up here, and for the sake of fitting in the frame of the video, I will stay on my knees, but it doesn't really change if I'm standing up straight or if I'm on my knees, because we're looking mainly at this area here. In an optimal cough, when you breathe in, you breathe out, and you cough, the normal reaction of deep abdominals is to draw in and up from the bottom part here where your transverse abdominis, your really deep core abdominal sits together with the pelvic floor. So it's almost like a reflex. Of course, if the muscles are strong enough and if they have been used in the correct pattern. So if you cough, now have a look at my abs. I'm gonna come a little bit higher here, so I'm nice and relaxed here, and I'm trying to make a cough. I'm going from down to up, okay? First of all, I'm elevating my deep abdominals, my pelvic floor, and with that abdominal pressure, I'm also helping to produce more effective cough, 2 in 1. What happens if the pattern is non-optimal? If you are not used to using your muscles, maybe you have more sedentary lifestyle, and this is something that your body doesn't do automatically yet. It can be taught. What happens is you blow up your belly whilst diaphragm is working here around your waist. I'm now simplifying it for you. And your belly stays out, therefore not creating that support, not lifting the pelvic floor, and all the pressure, intra-abdominal pressure, goes down onto your pelvic floor and you leak. And this does not necessarily mean that you are very weak in your pelvic floor, it's just non-optimal pattern. This can be also a reason why. Number 3, non-optimal pattern. I like to use words non-optimal pattern a lot. Non-optimal movement of your diaphragm. Our diaphragm is a breathing muscle that sits all the way around. It's not here only in front, it's not on the side, it goes all around the rib cage. For whatever reason, it can be after the pregnancy, it can be, again, sedentary lifestyle, it can be something that you maybe don't do. Maybe you're a shallow breather and you're more breathing from the top of your lungs. So there can be various reasons for that. Diaphragm does not expand nicely and then contract nicely, relax, sorry. It expands when it flattens out, contracts when it flattens out, and then it comes up when it relaxes. All right, when it's up, it's relaxed, and when we take deep breath in, it contracts and goes down. So this nice movement of the diaphragm doesn't happen. Diaphragm is stiff, is tight. It can be stiff in different places, in front and back on the side, for various reasons. Maybe you're not in the habit of taking deep breath from the side, and you're more in the habit on shallow breathing. And if diaphragm doesn't move up and down, the pelvic floor that moves exactly along up and down with the diaphragm doesn't move either properly. So on it, that strong cough, that strong breath out, it cannot contract optimally to help because it's there not having enough movement, not having enough traction, not having enough place to contract and then relax. Therefore, it's also important to practice simple breathing techniques. I have a video, it's called 360 degrees breathing in my YouTube channel, and you can practice it just to get your diaphragm muscle working. And it's not only for cough purposes, which of course is a part of what this video is today, but also for generally better posture, better pelvic floor engagement, and better oxygenation of your body. And number 4, the last reason, well, it's not a definitive reason, or these are not the exhaustive reasons, but the one that I would like to highlight is a simple fatigue of pelvic floor because of the cough. And here, really, there are a few things we can do about, and I will talk about them in my next video, so make sure you stay tuned. But even I am a person with quite strong pelvic floor, but I had 2 kids, and my pelvic floor got really fatigued after I've been coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. There are few things that you can do. It's either contract the pelvic floor during the cough or help the pelvic floor by using any additional techniques. So if you're coughing a lot and non-stop, and then you have a full bladder at some point, and then you sneeze and then you leak a little bit pee, it's not the end of the world. It's not the world's tragedy. It can simply happen. This doesn't mean you should ignore it and say, oh, okay, all right, now I'm coughing, a little bit of pee, my pelvic floor is tired, that's fine. We're talking about these kind of episodes maybe towards the end of the day when you're really been exhausted by the cough or when you really, really have full bladder. Otherwise, this also needs to be addressed with regular pelvic floor exercises. Besides the leaks, I forgot to notice that you can also have hemorrhoids. Some people cough so much that they actually start to present with hemorrhoids. And again, pelvic floor exercises, exactly the same as with the leaks, can help with the hemorrhoids. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you checked yourself on the patterns that you might have noticed. Thank you so much for watching it. I would really appreciate your likes, your comments as well. How have you been doing with the colds, coughs and sneeze with this season, this lovely jolly holiday season? And we will see you back in a part 2. Take care.